as a business owner or someone who leads a team, feedback is part of our job. Like it's something that we need to do. We provide correction, we get to give feedback. And far too many of us learn to provide correction, because again, that's something that if we're a coach, if we're a leader, if we're a business owner and working with teams, if we're a parent, you have to be able to provide correction. Yet most of us learn to provide correction in a very critical, demeaning, belittling, breaking someone down way, because that's how we were taught, either how someone led us or how we observed from our leaders, our bosses, our coaches, and our parents. We know more now. We know more now. So about how human performance works and how humans respond. This is important to be able to deliver feedback in order to change behavior and change performance. When delivering feedback, personal culture is so imperative, because I see it all the time. Those leaders who are yelling and screaming and being critical and just flat out mean, they're not right with themselves. They're coming from a place of force. I'm gonna force you to do something that I want, versus coming from a place of power. And I'm gonna connect with you, and we are going to work through this, and we're gonna focus on the feedback in itself and how it can support you in your whatever next step, or to overcome a mistake or something along that nature. We need to, especially business owners, we oftentimes want the people that we lead to have the same intensity and passion and time and energy put into the business that we do. It's not going to happen. That's wishful thinking. How can we do it to keep them engaged and to support them? Because you want to be, because you want them to be productive. You want them to be able to support your business and your journey. The first thing is we have to know them. This takes extra time and energy. You got to know their personal culture. What fires them up? What gets them excited? What scares them? Who are they? And it takes time to do extra time to do that. We immediately want to get in and give them the playbook, and here's your role, and here's your job, and here's how to sell, or here's how to do operations and get started. Here's your phone. And I remember this from sales businesses that I work with. Here's your phone. Here's your calling list. Get after it. And there isn't, and if there was training, it was all X's and O's training. How to build rapport, how to close, handle objections, like part of the business. However, who are you? First and foremost, we need to know who we are. We need to get clarity and be solid in our personal culture, because then we come from a place of power, and then we get clarity on those that we lead, their personal culture, and then the two of us together, that's where we become unstoppable. That's where the real energy comes, and then the power can be created. Now that we've established that, I gotta know me. That way, when someone makes a mistake, someone isn't doing what we like, and I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I don't come off and angry, yelling, critical. No, I don't do it like that. I come from a place of power. And when we talk about feedback, we talk about the correction. I want to give feedback, and I want to give my thoughts. I want to provide some correction. We want to make sure that we are, number one, making sure that it's a good time. Is now a good time? We're asking for the opportunity to have this conversation. Hey, is now a good time to talk about what's been happening, or what happened yesterday, or that meeting? Is now a good time? Because if it's not the right time, they're not going to work with you, and they're not going to be in alignment with having that conversation. And then once we do that, we don't worry about a mistake. We don't worry about anything they've done in the past, because it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. Let's talk about the correction. What can we do to correct what just happened, or your presentation, or how work has been going, how to get better? Let's focus on that. Any energy and time you put towards the past and what they had been doing, or the mistake that they made, or anything like that, is a waste of time. Pour into them on where they can get better, and focus on the correction. That's where now we're focused on getting better. That's what you want them to do, and that's what they want to do. That's how you improve behaviors and performance. Make sure that it's the right time. Focus on the correction, and keep that the positive energy, focusing from your power, focus on making it positive, and making sure that they understand that you have their best interest at heart. Know your personal culture, know their personal culture, make sure it's a right time, and then focus on the correction, not on the past behaviors or performances. Go get them.